Because I mean, I still enjoy buying and reading comics. It's just the whole. It seems like a chore now more than anything.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean? So I kind of dove into the whole trading card thing now. You see, that's
I've seen it. Yeah.
buying basketball cards, and I kind of enjoy it. But again, I'm like, I enjoy it, but it's pointless.
Yeah, you need meaning, maybe.
I like to enjoy buying stuff, and I'm not. I don't. I don't enjoy buying like trading cards now. It's just. I don't know. It's just so weird. I mean, is this what it really means to get older?
Dude, I don't know, maybe. I have been kind of like that for a long time since I was a kid. Meaning is difficult to find, and it's only what you come up with. It doesn't come out doesn't come from outside. In my case, I have had meaning being fed to me, and I have bought it for a while. You know the bullshit we've been talking about before we went live.
Mhm.
We bought into the bullshit. I bought into the bullshit of the meaning that comes from the outside. But in the end, I don't know. At some point, I was too curious, and I found out some. Hey,
Too
yeah,
curious.
I go around the house turning lights off. So I'm
I
old.
like I like to turn the lights on. Actually,
Do you? Okay.
I do. I don't like to like. My wife is like, "Oh, why do you want to watch TV in such a bright light? Why do you want to do this?" I don't know.
I'm fighting
Just
old
me.
age by
I just
keeping lights on.
I just turned on a light.
Uh,
Um, yeah,
so
I
I
mean,
don't know.
this essentially is the before the stream BS. I was like, all right, you know what? We'll just cut it early. So
Yeah, yeah. We were basically talking about buying into the the sense of romantic love bullshit. No, you know
all right,
that
making love.
yeah, not the making love, but the whole construct of romantic love that we buy from media, from it's one of those fantasies that we are taught since we were kids, that we hopefully keep to ourselves, keep in ourselves, as in my case, as a sign of hope that there is something out there that's bigger than me, you know.
All right,
But
so
in the end, we're alone.
yeah, that's how we all wind up, I guess, at the end. But what I'm saying is, you never had that fairy tale kind of love, even when you were younger.
But it's fleeting, because real love is not the romantic kind of love. Real love is like a plant that you have to take care of for a long time, and and it's a negotiation between egos, and
Mm.
that's not easy. The romantic kind of love, it's is the first stages, the honeymoon phase that people talk about. Those first, so they say, 18 months in which the brain chemistry is all fucked up and fire in all cylinders, dopamine, serotonin, and you're like in a heightened state of self or something like that.
Right.
But that doesn't last long, and that's not. Is that love?
Let's see. Let's play 2 minutes and 6 seconds of intros, and then we'll discuss.
Okay, let's go.
I haven't played this one in a while, and I kind of need the dopamine it gives me. So we'll play the first one.
Go.
How you doing?
That's right. It's another epic.
These, and I do not know what the grade is yet, so we are going to find out together. Most likely a 9.8, but man, fingers crossed that it hits one of those higher numbers as well. So let's see. You get to see before I do. Let's see. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh my God! Yes! Yes!
Do you have to plug anything? I don't think you do. I'm on. You about to get plugged?
Oh, no, 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 no! No! It wasn't me! It was Ignacio! He's the one!
I can't. I am in full blown fucking old man get off my lawn thing today.
So it's a Gran Torino day.
Yeah, and I wish I can pull a gun out on my front lawn, but I can't.
Well,
It would make the
you
last
could.
years of my life, it would make the last years of my life pretty miserable.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I find myself to be a technologically adept guy. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I can program the clock on a VCR. All right.
Oh.
If you guys never knew or don't know, if you're too young, for sure get off my lawn. But I'm just having so many problems with passwords that worked yesterday that don't work today, that are being broadcast on the dark web, so I have to change them all again. I'm frustrated. Let's say
Hello!
to everybody here, Las
Hey,
Cruces.
James.
Las Cruces has been on my mind lately because I need some of his luck. Now, if he wasn't the guy he was, major supporter, he's won awards, he's been up for supporter of the year, well deserved. If he didn't do what he does for the community and in the community, I'd be very jealous of this guy. Because he wins everything. I look, I'm like, all right, there's another post by Las Cruces. He won again. How does he get that luck?
I mean, isn't it in the numbers? He's there every time.
Anyway, I think every time I see it, it's like, I'm like, cool, he won.
I'm going to ask something. I'm not trying to be facetious, but we've been talking about AI lately and how it has a grasp on our lives in a crazy way. So
before you go ahead, I fully expect you to agree with and speak lovingly of AI now that it has taken over your brain. Go ahead.
I love AI. No, wait. Does anybody know James Las Cruces in
Personally,
the flesh? Because he might be the next level of AI. The next stage.
That's a very good point. He may be Skynet in human form.
Maybe I don't know if he has a human form. I only know him from
And we don't know
social
many
media.
other comic book community people in New Mexico.
There you go.
I mean, he is in the state to my left, or is it to my right? Depending on which way I'm facing. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
But that's not close. New Mexico is not close to me at all.
Dude, he could even, maybe he's ignorant of the fact that he's an AI. Even.
This would explain how he's on multiple streams. The first one that this makes sense. I like this.
Either
right, so-
he's aware or not. But the fact that we need someone to, well, maybe if he's an AI, he could also have a surrogate body.
An avatar, if you will. Either which way, I love him.
Yeah.
I love him, and normally, like I said, I would have a jealous bone in my body, but I don't have a jealous bone in my body for him. But good
So
for him.
AI is the answer.
There it is.
Let's go to the next person.
I agree. Okay, here we go.
Hello,
Hopefully,
Dave.
hopefully, when all the Terminators come down, he'll remember that I said that, and he'll take mercy on me and my family.
Your cuticle will be a little brighter.
Right.
Hey, Ryan.
The original South Carolinian right there, Mr. Wellbore. Hello.
Hello.
TM.
Hey, Travis.
TM recently opened up memberships. I have yet to join, but I will. There is a 99 cents tier. I have to reach out to him before I do join, though, because I do have a request.
Oh, God. Brace yourself, Travis.
No, and it's not like I'll be a member. I for sure want to be a member, but I don't need to be thrown into the inevitable group chat.
Oh, that's right. Well,
But
you can
I was
always leave and act politely rude.
No, but I mean, there's always questions, or when you leave, like, is it okay? Is everything all right? Did I do something wrong? And it really isn't the case. I mean, and I've spoken to this guy about that.
Hey, Dale.
I'm the kind of guy who hates that little red dot. Like right now,
Yeah, okay.
right
Yeah.
now, there's a little red dot in and it's driving me nuts to know that it's there. So I don't like all the notifications. So who else we got? TM, Las Cruces, KBDM, what's up?
Hello.
Las Cruces, shuts light off, Wellbore, Digger Jim,
Hey,
the recipient of 2 of my mystery boxes lately, and he seems to be happy. I have yet to watch the latest video, but
speaking of
I
hellos.
think this is going into my sports card thing. Like for me, I'm a degenerate gambler, I think.
You
Even
have all
though-
the makings.
Even though I'm not in, like my house is not up for sale. I'm not trying to pay off that kind of debt. You know what I mean? But the thrill of the hunt for me is a lot of what I like to do. If there's a new video game system that's out, everybody's buying, I'm not satisfied until, I'm in the hunt. I'm buying them. I could say I got it.
Well, but that's not being a degenerate gambler. That's being. I don't know.
But with buying these sports cards, it really is, because you're going to get crap most of the time. And you keep chasing that one card that's worth $800 now. Like this morning, I was like, I don't feel like buying sports cards. I'm like, why? I don't want to buy one. I still wound up buying a box. Just because it was there. Just because it was there. Just because I wanted to. I don't know.
But you didn't want to.
I didn't, but I wound up doing it anyway.
So you have a problem. And that's the first step. Accepting you have a problem.
But this is the thing. I mean, knowing that I have the problem, it just eventually comes to a halt because I don't want to anymore.
But you take a nail out with another nail. First it was comics, then it was sports cards. The underlying issue is in the back, and it's not either comics or sport cards. It's what you are doing in the end, in the general picture.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a VCR? Go time travel, dude.
Yeah, he was only born in 2001?
I think 2003. Pops. What's up?
Yeah, I thought about it. I mean, that's the obvious thing, but who knows? I am. Well, it's not particular. Honestly, if I can get out of all of them, I would. I don't know. It's weird. I'm such a weird person.
Why? Let me pose something to you.
Okay.
Propose. Why don't you try?
Try
Leave
what?
every group chat that bothers you and tell everyone, prepare a blanket statement saying, this is for my mental health. I'm good, but I'm bothered by all the group chats. It's not personal. If you want something from me, contact me.
But this is the thing. I don't have a problem with any of the people in the group chats.
Exactly, and that's what you're telling them. I don't have a problem with any of you. This isn't personal. It's the concept of the group chat. The notification is driving me insane. This is a stupid issue that's becoming bigger in my life, and I don't know why.
It's way too involved. It's fucking way too involved.
Well, show them this video. Clip it.
Hi, Roscoe. Started a new group chat with Roscoe.
Dude, yesterday, I was about to make a group chat with you, Tyler and Lee.
I mean, if you're working towards an end result as we are, I mean that's okay.
Yeah, but I thought so. I don't like the notifications either, but I don't take so much problem from it like you. But this is because maybe you have, hey Scott, you have some issue that you're blaming the notification, the group chat, because it triggers you. Spoiling.
Yeah, I say that I'm weird because I'm socially unsocial.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know.
You're a socially active introvert.
And that's exactly what it is. I absolutely love interacting in this community. I have no problem if we're all out together hanging out. Well, maybe I do. I get a little weird then too. But that's just me.
Maybe I'm pulling at strings here, or maybe I'm nitpicking, but it all kind of, it's the same with love, with buying shit, with everything. It's we buy into an ideal of what things are supposed to be, or the narrative of this is like this, or this is supposed to be like this, and then we are faced with the inevitable reality that nothing is like the ideal thing, and things are just real. And when it depends on someone else other than us, we have to learn to deal with another human being. That's why I think happiness, our happiness, oneself's happiness, shouldn't depend on anyone else. And I have learned this with a lot of pain throughout the years because I'm codependent. So I had to learn that my happiness, my personal happiness, shouldn't depend on no one else but me. But I bought into the romantic love ideal a lot.
See, you say things like this. I never tag anybody in anything unless I'm specifically see something for somebody.
Yeah. And sometimes I don't even do that.
But the thing is, too, is like anytime I see somebody posting something about their channel on IG, I put it in my story.
Okay. Hey, Justin. I have stopped.
See, like
Hey, Kyle.
John Tyler Christopher released an Asajj Ventress cover this week. So my thoughts are, hey, Kyle likes Asajj Ventress. Let me tag him in this. Maybe he'll like it.
Good.
That's my.
What? What's your thought process right now that you're laughing at yourself?
I am all over the place right now.
Well-
I'm so all over the place that I don't know what's going on.
Dude, we lack balance lately.
Yes.
The other day I had a conversation with my brother, and I ended up thanking him, but it was a conversation that I didn't want to have because it was a tough one. Because with my brother, we have a special kind of special kind of relationships. Bullshit. I have a relationship that I have with my brother, but we are a no nonsense kind of pair. So we don't hide behind pleasantries. We don't. If we say it how it is, and if we If we don't know how to say it, we just shut the fuck up. There you go.
So, do you talk on a regular basis with him, or just like?
No, eventually, occasionally, we don't talk. I could spend months without talking with my brother. Not even a hello, nothing. But when we talk, we go deep, and it's not a dumb conversation. We don't talk about dumb stuff. We go address the issue, or just see how the other one really is, and we don't hide it. If I ask my brother how he is, I know.
That's the wife. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. You need to change those noises. You know what I did? I changed it to a pleasant one because it triggers you, dude.
No, because this way I get in the mindset that alarm is the truth.
No,
This way, if she calls, I know to prepare myself. If I hear the text, I know to prepare myself for some bullshit. So,
but it sets you up for failure because you're already you haven't seen the text yet, and you're already bad. You're already bad predisposed. And maybe it's preparing yourself, but you already know what you're dealing with. Put a nice song to it and say, "Oh, it's her." Of course, she's spewing some venom. Whatever.
I don't want to ruin a nice song. There you go. So, I mean, if you guys go without talking for a long time, does either of you see it as a problem?
So far, we haven't.
Okay. Because you and I have gotten into this too, and I've posed a question to you, and it's just up prior to getting into this community, it's just like I was cool being alone. No, not alone. I mean, I've had my small friends, but I don't know what's socially acceptable because a lot of my relationships with like my close friends who I've had since grade school is like that. We don't have to talk every week about BS. We talk when we talk. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. But I find it weird that I'll bring up like, hey, there's so-and-so, what happened to them? Like, I haven't spoken to them in a while, and somebody will chime in like, oh yeah, we talk every day. I'm like, what? And it kind of made me reassess my relationship with those who I consider close, like with you.
Dude, but that's your relationship with yourself. It's not your relationship with me. It's how you pressure yourself to be someone that you suppose I need you to be. I don't need you to be on my notifications every day. I know it's not about that.
See, bro, Joe, I would take those texts from you, but I know everything about sneakers and exactly how handsome I am. So you're not telling me anything new. Yeah, because like it's just that. It's like I'm reassessing. Like up until now that I've been okay with how things went. Like I'm close with I consider myself close with every single member of the Illuminati, but we never talk on the phone.
Well, welcome to the 21st century, bro.
All right, so then I imagine everything is cool. So.
You're imagining the worst case scenario. I'm failing, and I do the same. This is why I feel entitled to saying this. I do the same. Whenever I get a notification about someone in the community posting a video, and I just swipe it because I either I don't have the time, I don't want to see the video, whatever. There's a pinch in my brain that says you're failing them. You don't even put a like in the video, you're failing them. I said, dude, fuck off.
All right, so let's. And I don't know if this is a touchy subject. Like I said, when it comes to social stuff like this, I'm like, I don't have time to watch everybody's videos.
Ain't nobody get time for that. Sorry, I had to do it.
I mean, if you base our relationship, good or bad, on me watching the video, then all right, maybe we don't need to be that close. There is so much stuff on YouTube that there's no time to watch. No time to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm sorry if you take it personally, but like for me, when it comes to being here in this office, this is where I do my work. And when it comes, like, I'm here from 8 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. And when it comes time to leave and not do work, I want to get out of this office. I don't want to be here anymore. And I don't want to just go to the couch and watch on my phone, because that's taking time away from my family.
Yeah.
Like the thing with DJ the other day, he had his Whatnot show. Right. And it comes particularly, like, my sense of loyalty to people that drives me a little bit more. Like with Mark and DJ, they put me in certain situations that I am eternally thankful to them. And I am obligated in my soul to be there for them in a certain way that I'm not with everybody. So I mean, I'll hop on DJ's Whatnot, but honestly, I'm not paying attention. My phone is there. I'm sitting on the couch with my wife watching a show. That's my time with her. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But I don't know.
You need to be kinder to yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with that.
You need to bend, dude.
Like I
We
said,
all
I
need.
don't know.
Easy. I learned recently. Now that I see Easy's comment, he invited me to an auction to auction my art, and I had to prepare because I don't have traditional art to auction. And I immediately said yes because I'm a whore, and yeah, that's why I am how I am. So I'm a whore, and the brothel is going down, so I have to say yes to every client, every potential money income. But then I say, okay, can I really do this? Or I'm saying yes to, not because I can, but because I should do it. And I had a dilemma, and I had to come clean with myself first and say, okay, I don't have time to do this. I wish I could do it, but mainly because I enjoy spending time with the community, not because I want to sell a original piece of art. Really, it's because I want to be in every fucking stream that we can bullshit up and talk about comics and nonsense, but I can't, and I cannot watch every video, and at some point, in the end, it's a community, but it's also content creation. And content creation, it's not dependent on us. It's dependent on the consumers of the content that you create. We're not creating content for the people in the chat, or only for the people in the chat. There's probably other people watching the videos that don't participate in the live show. And we don't expect them to do anything for us. They just need to show up. And if they cannot show up, we're not going to take it personally, because we're adults and we are supposed to be sane, though we're not.
True. And I mean, like, I've never promoted this show.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't.
Whoever shows up, shows up.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. What? And it's not. I'm not driven by the numbers. I don't think I've ever have. I don't know. It's this whole thing is weird.
Dude, I think we're in turmoil, both you and me.
For sure.
And it's our issues are being, hey madam, are seeping into every aspect of our lives. And we need to reassess, dude. We need therapy. We don't, this weekly hour that we give to each other, it's not enough. One of the things that my brother told me is that you need to do therapy. You're not well, you're unhinged, and you need to go to therapy. I didn't need to hear that from my brother, because maybe someone else can tell it to me, but I can rationalize it by telling myself they don't really know me and how capable I am to deal with my own issues. My brother knows me. And when he tells me, dude, you need therapy, he means it.
Who doesn't though? Who doesn't? Who doesn't need to vent an outlet to be okay?
Yeah, but this is our bent, and it's not enough. We need the tools that a professional third party, not involved in our lives, could give us.
Mm. No, 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 no. No, spiders freak me out, man. Spiders freak me out. And Jim, I hate to say it, but you're not the only one I sent the ring to.
Oh, Nick is into polyamory.
No, 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 far from it. Far from it. Yeah, but you know what too? I think realizing that is just the stage we're at right now. I think this thing, of course, goes in levels and areas, but for me, I'm not used to speaking with someone like this. So I think this kind of thing has helped.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. It honors me, but I have to be honest with myself, and I have to be open with you about the fact that I cannot deal with everything you have to throw my way. I don't have the tools.
Yeah.
And I know there are some things that you need to deal with that I'm dealing with myself, and I cannot deal with them on my own. And I cannot burden you with you helping me, or even, well, listening. It's okay because I can throw it your way and you can fucking deal with it.
But also, too, I think that realization is a big thing, too.
Yeah. Yeah, therapy is awesome. I have done therapy in the past. I'm negated now because therapy, it's work. You need to put in the work to solve your shit. And I'm lazy.
Yeah, and that gets into it too. You know, it's something to know what you need to do to improve, and then it's a whole other thing to do it. It's a whole other thing to do it. Like this year, like I went into it like, all right, with the gym, I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to start going at 6 o'clock in the morning. This way, the rest of the day doesn't get in the way. And I'm going to start drinking more water.
No, you cannot drink more water, dude.
It seems like such a simple thing. And I pass by the water filter.
You don't have a bottle of water by you right now?
Nope, because I hate water. But I tell you what.
Well, what is that? Iced tea?
Iced tea.
Well, that's basically water, dude. It's a start.
That is not the same thing.
No, of course, it's not the same thing. I'm assuming that has sugar in it.
Oh, yeah. No, and honestly, I think realizing that you do need somebody, you do need to go to somebody is a big step on its own.
And in my experience, caring about the person sometimes works against you, because sometimes I don't want to tell what I'm going through to someone that I care for, because I don't want to burden them with my shit. When you go through therapy, basically you don't care about the therapist. You're paying them. In a sense, you're being really selfish. That's what's needed, or fair. And throwing whatever to the therapist. Okay, deal with this. Help me deal with this, with my monsters, with my shadow, with my issues. Because everything else we do, it's basically avoidance. I use work as an avoidance. I use taking care of my son as an avoidance. And it's an excuse. I can take an hour of my week to go to therapy because I can take an hour of my week to do this. I should be able to do it. But I self sabotage. Dude, I have been, there's something I had to do for months, and it's buying a new tablet for work. And it's a huge investment for me. So I have been postponing it and postponing it. And the other day, my brother told me, dude, what are you doing? This is something you need to do, and it's something that's going to make you feel good. So, do you have the money? Yes, I do. Okay, let's fucking do it. I give you a week, he told me. He put me on the spot. I give you a week to do this. And I know you're not going to do it, but in a week, I will hold you accountable. And he did it. But I fucked him over because I didn't bought it, but I already know what I'm going to buy. I'm procrastinating on spending the money because I'm.
So you try to do the same shit to me. You're like, all right, you want to go to Canada? Just go to Canada. What do I mean? What's holding you?
I mean, because you told me that's one of your dream locations, and you have the means, you have the wherewithal to organize it. You could, but you're subjecting yourself to the needs of the many, and sometimes, and it's hard to say it, but sometimes we need to be selfish.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, let's not speak about going to the doctor because I haven't gone to the doctor since the pandemic. And that's tricky.
Are you fearing the finger? Is that what you're fearing?
Oh no, I enjoy the finger. It's not a problem. I miss the finger, Nick.
I have to find another doctor. I have to find another doctor. My whole
Is your doctor that has big hands?
No. My whole process in finding a doctor is finding like the smallest little lady with the tiniest hands I possibly can.
Dude, nowadays you don't need to have the finger up your ass. They do a reaction test in your blood, and it basically tells you if you have the how do you call it, the markings of the prostate cancer.
Last year,
yeah, I know, Kyle. I know.
Last year's physical. Last year's physical was kind of unexpected because she usually asks, and I guess the fact that I turned 50, she's like, lay on your side, turn over, and then. But it's like this tiny little lady, and she's got the tiniest hands. But I have to find another doctor now because I just find it funny that I have a glove here.
Have you been practicing?
I've been getting myself used to it. No, I've been using this for the cards and stuff because fingerprints are the devil. But the doctor's office never follows up, so I have to find one who's more responsible and keeping me responsible. So my luck is to be some 6'9" former basketball player with huge hands.
I think, and call me crazy, but I think a man is the proper way, the proper approach, because only a man knows what it feels to have your prostate checked. I don't know. I haven't experienced that yet, so.
Yeah, it's something mentally you have to prepare for. And you're like, oh, it's not so bad.
Yeah, I gather it's not so bad. I enjoy it in sex, so why wouldn't I enjoy it in the doctor's office? My problem is if it triggers me and I have to fuck it up. Okay, doctor, I'm sorry. I need to fuck you right now.
Yeah, I'm sure that would go over well.
Oh, yeah.
And if it does go over well, you have to let me know what doctor that is.
Yeah, you're gonna travel to Argentina.
No, I'll get regular visits. That's for sure. Um, yeah, I don't know, and I feel a little bit rusty too, being back online because we've been gone for 3 weeks.
I don't know. I gather maybe you have thought about this. So this is our modus operandi.
Mhm.
We take a while to come back after the holidays. We did this last year too, and we took a couple of months last year
Yeah,
before
I
coming
think
back.
that for me, the mental stuff was really bad around then.
Oh, and now it's good.
No, now it's well, it's a lot better than last year, that's for sure.
Well, then something needs to be
But
done now that is not a shitstorm.
and
Now
we
that
are
it's
mad.
manageable, we
Mm.
need to do something.
Yeah.
You and me.
Well,
Maybe we should get a better help and do couples therapy.
right? Maybe that'd be.
Yeah, the other day my wife sent me to therapy. You need to go to therapy. It made my blood boil, but she's right. She needs therapy too.
Not wrong, but I mean, it's like the pot calling the kettle black, right?
Yeah, yeah. But
Last,
I cannot push her to do therapy if she is reluctant or she's afraid or whatever. But I have to be able to push myself to do something that I know I need, and the people around me are noticing I need.
Mhm.
Then I'm not being able to hide it anymore.
Yeah,
So I have to get my shit together.
don't we all? Don't we all?
Yeah.
Well, what was different about last week is that Elijah had wanted to go hunting.
Yeah.
He's been like this class he takes during school. There's the teacher is a real outdoorsy type, and I guess for a lot of people here in Texas, it's a big thing. For me, I probably mentioned before that as a kid, as a 12-year-old, I had killed a bird with a BB gun,
Mm-hmm.
and I still feel bad about it. So for me, hunting is not the thing, and I've been invited before to do like some weird action hero type shit, like hunting boar, like killing pigs here is a big thing because they're seen as an invasive species.
Yeah. So basically, you get on a chopper,
Yeah,
you
they
pump
invited me
up the volume in
you
the
can
right
do it
of the
on a
button.
helicopter. Yeah, it was like that kind of crazy. I was like, no, I'll pass. But since this time Elijah's like, I want to go. I mean, I have to be there. No matter what I feel about it.
That's
You
love.
know,
That's the best kind of love we can give or receive.
it's his thing. But the whole time I'm hoping, and first of all, it turns out that weekend was the coldest weekends in Texas. We're talking like overnight, it's like 13 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're
Oh,
sleeping out. We're
below
sleeping outside.
0 Celsius. Okay.
We're sleeping outside.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. It's painful, but it's a great experience. Now that I'm over 40, I don't think I could enjoy it a lot, but it's a great experience for him.
Sleeping outside, and we have done the camping thing before, but sleeping outside when it's 13 degrees is not fun. It's not fun.
No, of course it's not.
And as a
But
parent, you
he's
worry
not
more.
gonna he's not gonna forget about that.
No, for sure not. But we
And
drove
you
up
were there,
Friday. What'd you say?
and you were there.
And I have to be. I have to be. As a dad, I saw that I have to be.
Not every dad does that.
Well, anyway. We drove up 2 hours west to a place called Iredell, Texas. And we pull up. There's a little guest house, whatever. We form the circle. We put our tents up, start the fire, the whole thing. It's that part of it is a cool experience. but I made sure too to let him know. I was like, you're gonna be killing something here, because he loves animals. So he's like, yeah,
But
I'm
he's
cool with
gonna
that.
be eating it.
I'm cool with that. And that's the other thing too. I was like, the whole time I was like, you have to decide what you're gonna do with the meat, because he's a very picky guy. And I'm like, if he doesn't eat cheeseburgers from places other than McDonald's, he's not gonna want to eat deer meat. He's not gonna want to eat deer meat.
Well, he better sells it then and buy some food, or
So
I don't know,
the
learn
whole
to eat it even if you don't like it.
right. The whole weekend, I'm hoping that we don't see a deer. And if we see a deer, let it be where he's not a good shot where he misses the deer.
So how did it go?
Okay, so the first night, cold as fuck, but not that bad. We get up at 5:15 in the morning to go hunt. All right, and essentially what it is not, you're not tracking deer throughout the forest. This is not that kind of hunt.
You're in a hut in a tree waiting for it.
You're in what they call a blind, being quiet, sandwiched in this little confined area, waiting for a deer to happen by.
Okay.
So the first one we walk up to, we're all decked out. We got our hunting gear on, whatever. We walk through, and it's literally, there was some rain the week before. So it's kind of like, I don't want to say a big puddle, but it's essentially a big puddle. So we're walking through. Walk through the big puddle for a little bit. It's cold as hell. And then all of a sudden, the big puddle gets pretty deep.
Oh, okay.
So in our waterproof boots, it's too deep and they start to take on water.
Okay.
So in this 10 to 15 degree temperature, we now have soaking wet feet.
Soaking wet socks. Do you
soaking
have
wet boots.
extra socks?
No, we have nothing but
No,
what
you
we
know.
have right there. So thankfully there was a heater in the blind, but we have to take our socks and boots off.
Yeah.
Because they're soaked. So that's not fun. Within a first half hour of being in the blinds, cold, we see 2 huge deer. I'm talking like, I'm almost 6 foot tall. These things were bigger than that and probably a few 100 pounds. But the thing is, we're not allowed to shoot them because that's the kind of lineage they want. So so we got to stay away from them. So we spend the next 3 hours in this blind, no socks or shoes on. Nothing comes past. Nothing comes past us.
Yeah, just Bambi's daddy, and you cannot shoot Bambi's daddy.
Bambi, the huge trophy that you would want to take home, you can't shoot. You can't shoot. So we get back.
I miss the hunt that Travis is talking about. I miss the hunts that he's talking about.
Right. All right. So we get back. It's like 10 a.m. We hang out. The kids do their own thing, chop firewood, look for antlers, whatever. So it comes about 3 p.m. It's time to go out for the second session. Same thing, different area. This time our feet are dry, and we're hanging out. And it's like a 3-hour session. You're only allowed to hunt to a certain time. Okay. So it's about
you cannot hunt during the night.
Not on this private property. You're not allowed to. So when it comes sunset, you got to stop all shots.
Okay.
It's about a half hour before that time comes. We're watching. Nothing pops up, and all of a sudden, 3 deer pop up. What it is like you have this food source. It shoots corn out, which is like a candy to them, and then you wait for them to pop up. So like I say, it's about half hour before we go home. I'm like, all right, cool. We're just going home tonight. I mean, I'm not spending. It's supposed to be even colder the next day.
Okay.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So either which way, when this
have
is
you
done,
already broke it to Elijah that this was it?
Kind of,
Okay.
sort of. I'm like, all right, cool. We're kind of going home after this, dude. If we don't see it, it's supposed to be really cold tonight. So anyway, half hour before we go home, 3 deer pop up. One is too tiny. One is on the fence where we can shoot it. We have to wait for like the guide to let us know if it's okay. And there's another one which is all right. We can shoot it. We can shoot it. So I'm like, oh fuck. All right, Elijah, if you want to shoot this animal, you're cleared to shoot this animal. So I'm hoping the whole time he misses. So Elijah, when you're ready, if you feel the shot, take the shot.
Did he tell you to shut up?
No, he didn't tell me to shut up. Lo and behold, he takes the shot. You hear the shot, and the fucking deer takes off like a bat out of hell, runs, hops over the fence. The other two are kind of like just still chilling there. And I was videoing on my phone, and I was like, all right, I'm not sure if the thing was hit or not. But in looking at the video and seeing the close up of the video, you see like the side of the deer kind of pulse like that. And the tail goes down. That's how the hunter says you know that you hit it. Yeah. So we have to wait until the other 2 deer leave the block, well, wherever they're at, just to go check. So we got up to that place, and then we see blood on the floor, and there's some kind of tissue mass. So we're like, yeah, all right, now we got to go track the thing. We follow the blood, and literally the thing is a few yards off where the blind or off where the feeder was, and the thing is dead. Like he hit this deer in the heart, like a perfect shot from 250 feet away in the wind. So he killed it, and I was like, oh fuck. Now what are we gonna do?
You have to prep it.
Now we got to prep it. So I'm thinking, all right. So not only did he kill this thing, I got to figure out what we're going to do with it, with the meat. We got to stay here to clean the thing. Mm-hmm. By clean, I mean take the skin off,
the guts, everything.
And we got to be there to witness it. We got to be there to witness it. So thankfully, they wanted to do that later on in the day. And
to show the rest of the people?
Yes. To show the rest, not only to show the rest of the people, but we're going home tomorrow. So it's just like, all right. We witnessed one earlier in the day. There was another kid who got one earlier in the day, which was a female. Okay. The one we caught was a buck, which is a male. Mm-hmm. Early in the day, one kid shot one, which was a female, and not only was a female, she was pregnant.
Oh no.
So they're cutting this thing open, and they're like, oh, she's been bred. And they pull up 2 little deer. Well, I guess they're fetus, is that the right term?
I don't know.
Either which way, 2 of them like this big. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? So it comes time for us to do that. And thankfully, ours was a male. But to see that, and there's not a lot of blood, but to see stuff inside another living being and the smell, not good. Not good.
How did Elijah take it?
So he was fine. I mean, as a little boy, you're like, oh, cool. It's like, oh, and they make fun of it. It's like a joking thing the whole time. And I'm like, all right, dude. I mean, you still got to decide what you want to do with the meat. So he's like, I don't know. The whole time, like this whole 6 weeks, he's like, I don't know. It's like, you got to decide, man. And I'm like, now it's time to decide. So what we took home was the shoulders and what they called a backstrap, which was something to be the really good part of the meat. But I'm like, I'm not going to cook this thing.
Why not?
I don't know how to prepare it. My wife doesn't know how to prepare it. So we
There's
literally
the internet, dude.
we literally have
Oh, come on.
we literally have and we have the head. So it's the head, the back straps, and the shoulders in a cooler in the yard. And then there are places you can take it to have it processed, made into like meat or bacon or filet or whatever. But the wife and I are like, we don't want to taste that stuff. We don't want to taste that stuff. So we wound
Why
up giving.
not? What's going on with
It's just not. I'm not adventurous when it comes to that. So we wound up giving the meat to another hunter who was there, who obviously is going to use it. And the head, we wound up dropping off at somebody who's going to hydro dip it, which means they take the skin off, the eyeballs off, and they essentially mount the skull as a trophy.
Okay.
But they color it also.
Nice.
So we're going to wait about a month or two to get that back. And we saved the cartridge of the bullet that got the deer. Because I think above all, he was more proud of the shot.
The shot. Yeah.
The perfect shot. Like for Elijah, that's pretty big. So we'll share what that looks like in 2 weeks, in 2 months when we get that back. But we went through it. I don't know if we'll ever do it again, but it was an experience.
Well, nice.
See, everybody's saying good meat, good meat. See, in the Southerner, there you go, deer burgers. Yeah, and that's what they say. That's what they say.
Hey,
Yeah,
Joe.
I don't know. I kind of feel it's cheating, just sitting there waiting for things to pop up. I think maybe if we do it again, it'll be like for birds. I don't know, but I prefer to maybe track something, get the scenery. But he also something he wanted to do, and as a dad, that I felt I had to be there for the first time anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
even though I'm against killing cute animals, but that's the thing. Above all, yeah, above all.
So Elijah's not going to eat any of the meat that from the deer. Okay.
No, and of course, the son of a bitch, after everything, after six weeks to 2 months of asking him what he wants to do with the meat, I don't know. Now that the meat is gone, he's like, "Where's the meat?
There
I
you
wanted
go.
to eat the meat."
Well, then you need to grow a pair, decide by yourself for yourself what you're going to do with meat, and then go and hunt another one.
No, I'll just wind up asking somebody who was on the hunt if they have anything left over. Elijah's not adventurous. Like to eat he had to eat a bratwurst this trip, and he wasn't having any of it. Like I had to bring cold cuts for him to eat the whole trip because I know he wasn't going to eat anything. So,
yeah, no one was going to eat that meat in your house.
No, and the whole part of it, and a lot of people have said, you can't kill something and then have it go to waste.
Of course,
you know that for me was big. I'm not going to sit here and let the meat go bad. I'd rather give it away, even if it's worth hundreds of bucks. I'm not going to just. That was part of it, you know. It's like, all right. So, and there's a whole big thing too. Is like you can't just give it away. There's paperwork that you have to have filled out just in case, like the game warden asks you for things. Like once we killed it, we had to log it in an app. Who killed it? How it was killed? Where it was killed? So it's not just as easy as here, take it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Inexperience. I would imagine when your son gets of age,
I'm gonna
He's
take it.
Yeah, he's gonna be out there. He's gonna be hunting things with the axe. He's like, gun. I don't need a gun. I want to
We
kill
were-
this thing bare hands.
The other day we were playing in the backyard, and he asked me for the sword, and the sword is a machete. I use this one. This one, right? This is his sword. So he asked me for it, and he was playing outside, like chopping grass, whatever. And my wife asked me to go pick her up from work because she was scared. A lot of things going on here. Well, and I told her, hey, we need to go pick up mom. So let's go. Oh, no, I want to take the sword. No, you're not going to take the sword on the streets. And I told him, let's go buy you a sword, a toy sword that you can go out with. Hey, John. So we go to the toy store, the party store. They have a lot of things. And he chose a sickle.
Not for culling wheat, everybody.
No.
He wanted a sickle.
Yeah. So I bought it.
You need to get in contact with Small Town Collectibles to get that scythe.
The scythe, well, it's two-handed. It's great.
There you go.
Yeah, I love it. I love it too,
What did he call it? He called it the man maker.
So now he has a sickle, and it's his magic sword to fight off demons because he's developing an imagination. So
There you go.
there's
There you go.
monsters all around now.
So, yeah, I mean, us as kids, you always want a cool sword.
Yeah.
You know, seeing Krull or Beastmaster back when I was a kid, you always want some kind of exotic blade to wield. And Lord knows, like I said, I got a spear in the garage, so
Yeah,
that
there you
never really goes away.
go.
I
No.
got a spear in the garage. On this hunting trip, I made sure that I have. Well, during the apocalypse, you know, you kind of think that the zombies are coming.
Yeah.
You know, so during COVID, that's when I bought the spear. I bought another machete that I have tagged on the backpack. I have a karambit in the car,
There
right
you go.
next to my gun. So that's part of being a male.
Yeah, when I had a car, I used to carry an axe in the car.
There you go. Or
Yeah.
you know, you see this guy, you get a trident,
Or you get the sword of omens.
the sword of omen. You get sight beyond sight. But
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I think our therapy is coming to a close, Ignacio.
Well, we might have to look out for therapies nearby, IRL.
Does anybody in the community have those credentials
Nah,
put
I don't think so.
to to allow me and Iggy to be on the couch one Friday afternoon?
Wouldn't that be a good show?
That's what I'm saying.
That would be nice.
All right. So if anybody in the community knows of somebody who might want to come on to give Iggy and I couples therapy, let us know. I think actually Kyle would probably be good.
No, what I mean is, of course, there are people in the community that would be good. Dank would also be good. Kyle would be good. I think Joe
Drag?
would be good too.
What do you think?
Drag?
Drag?
Okay. But, well, he has the years of experience, millennia of experience. But I was thinking maybe a certified, a professional therapist.
Or
From the
we
community.
could enlist AI again.
We didn't get into the AI thing. For maybe
Las
next week.
Cruces, help us out. Help us out. Right? Wouldn't it be great that we sit down for therapy with Drac and we actually fall into a deeper hole? We actually wind up with the nooses hanging from the ceiling by the end of the show. we go.
Run it by me, Kyle. I'm here.
Yeah. So we're closing. This was episode 67.
67. Okay, you're keeping count. I don't.
Yeah, I think
Two
this was
episodes left.
two
Well,
episodes.
only one.
That we have the penultimate episode next week. Before we start enlisting the aid of the community to help us stamp out or reignite space racism.
Yes.
Let it run rampant. And you and I have two very differing ideas about what that show is going to be about, and I think that's going to make it a good one. But as usual, we want to thank everybody for coming and listening to us.
Back to the where
Right.
we go back. We went back to the darkest timeline.
Which were well, I think it's been darker.
No, but I think this show this week is
Yeah, if it feels good to you, why not?
depends on what entails.
True.
But I'm thinking therapy needs a therapist in the middle, in the game too. But I think today we went deep, like in the old episodes in which we made DJ cry and that kind of stuff.
No tears were shed during this episode, though, so we have to be made stronger from the past. Then,
Indeed.
kind of proud of that.
Yeah.
Kind of proud. But yeah. Do we promise to see them next week, or we just like?
No, we don't know.
Until next time. Love you guys. Get off my lawn.
Bye, assholes. I hate you all.
Fuck, you guys already saw it? Let me see it. Oh! Shit! Oh! Y'all see that?
So, Tyler, do you want to build a snowman to plow away all night? It doesn't have to be a snowman. It can be me.
I'll be clipping that too.